Hello, welcome to Leisure Travelers.
We just got back from a short camping trip up to Gooseberry Falls State Park up on the north shore of Lake Superior, and we just wanted to talk a little bit about some features and options that we like about our leisure travel van.
So welcome to our Unity. All right, so the things we like about our Unity corner bed.
Well, the first thing we thought of was the size. The size seems to be perfect. The length of the camper is 25 feet. And that's a perfect balance, we find, between having enough space for storage and for all the amenities that we want, like a dry bath.
I had the dinette and the made-up bed. It's always done because we didn't have that in our last camper. Our last camper, every time we stopped, we have to, do up the bed, which I understand people do, but we were kind of tired of. Well, and plus the last camper we had was only 21 feet. And when we made the bed, it took up, like 80% of the camper. So it was tiny, without a lot of space. So we love the space. It's amazing what just a few feet does for comfort level in this camper. Size-wise, it's very nimble for driving around. Still, even our 21 foot, of course, was very nimble, and we wanted to still continue to be nimble, and we feel very nimble in this camper. The second one that we came up with that we really liked about this camper was the layout. We were very kind of specific when we were looking for a camper on the layout that we wanted. We knew we wanted something similar to this because we knew we wanted a dinette, and we knew we wanted a bed that was already made. This layout, every time we looked at it, whether it was this camper like the Unity or another type of camper, we always loved it.
This camper has the slide out, which it's one extra thing that I guess potentially could go wrong with the camper as far as maintenance or if it gets stuck or something like that. We've had no problems with it, but it does give you a lot of space when it's out. So
yes.
It's huge, the amount of space difference.
And what was also amazing is even with it in, it still felt huge. Like it still feels a lot bigger than our last camper did. And I don't know, maybe width-wise, maybe it is, but that was a huge selling point too, was even if we didn't put the slide out, it was still comfortable for us to, go around, and you didn't feel like you couldn't do stuff because there's one place, I guess, that kind of there's a door that opens and you can't quite get it fully open with the slide in, but you can still get it enough so where you can access everything in there. So we've never felt like, we even needed it out sometimes. So that's been nice too.
Yeah, it's just nice to have the option to either have it in or out. If we're staying longer at a place, then we'll put it out. If it's just going to be for one night or a quick stop or a short stop, we can leave it in.
Yep.
And everything functions and works really well that way.
Yeah. All right, so the third thing that we thought of that we love about our LTV is the thoughtful details. There's so many things that I kind of take for granted that maybe not every camper has. So I love the fact that the wardrobe, when you open it up, a light turns on, and this pulls out, which is awesome because sometimes it's hard to get at the stuff in the back, and this way you can just pull it out and you can get access and you can push it right back in. It's nice that not only is there this one large wardrobe, but there's a second wardrobe. It's the smaller one, which is perfect for my hubby. I get the larger one, of course. Maybe it shouldn't be, of course, but he's very sweet and he lets me have the larger one. I actually love and use the fact that there's a garbage right here. I can take this off and there's a garbage right here, and I can chop up whatever I want and put it right in the garbage. Awesome and thoughtful. Love this. This is like magic to me. Oh, pantry, pull-out pantry. Awesome. And lots of storage. Deeper here. So I actually have gotten like cereal boxes in here, which is really nice. A little bit less space between these, but they're perfect for pantry items. Love it. All right, so this comforter actually comes or came with, and I love that because I didn't have to worry about trying to find something, since you know this has this angle and stuff like that. It has a guide for me exactly where to tuck in and what to do. It is a little bit, you know, you have to be nimble to make this bed because you have to get into that far corner and this far corner in a sense. But we've actually used this and been very comfortable. It's actually kept us warm, and it's not too warm for, I don't know, it's a comforter and it's awesome. I love it. Another thing we really love is the Glamour package, which is basically includes these lights up here, which is a really just a glamorous touch. And just everything, it kind of warms the place up and it makes it feel really nice and cozy, in my opinion. It's even got lights, reading lights here over the bed, which honestly I haven't used mine that much, but they're actually really thoughtfully done. And there's a little USB port over there, which is really handy for charging things up.
And I really love the drivability of the camper. That's one of my favorite things about this RV. It's very easy to drive. It's a very small RV, so it's very easy to handle. It drives like an SUV, actually. And it's very comfortable too. The seats are extremely comfortable. I was worried about this getting into a new RV. This RV, we've gone 8, 9, 10 hours at a time with it, and it hasn't been a problem. And the other advantage of this camper is that because of its aerodynamic design, also the diesel engine, I can easily get 15 to 17 miles per gallon on average. Sometimes it goes up higher, sometimes lower, but 15 to 17 is pretty average, which is really nice on the pocketbook. The only downside would be it does require the DEF fluid, which is just kind of a minor annoyance on any diesel engine, any newer diesel engine. Just having to change that. This model, so this is a 2016, does have the gauge that's built in, so I can look it up to see newer or older models actually don't have that gauge, so you have to kind of guess when you need to fill it. But the newer models do have the gauge in the dashboard, so that makes it a little bit easier. So one other item that we really love about the camper is the storage. It's got so much storage. In fact, we're not even really using it all. Some of the outside storage. We've got a very large one here in back, which is plenty of room. In fact, there's probably room for more stuff in there. But it's very deep. You can take this shelf out if you want to store something larger. And then we have the smaller ones here. Actually, this one's locked. There's actually nothing in there. Same thing as this one right here. This is a smaller storage. Just got some blocks in there. And then on the other side of the coach, we have another storage bin area right next to the generator. There's a nice large storage area where I keep the hoses, electrical. And then the last is where we hook up our water, electric, and the sewer.
So what is the final thing that we love about this camper?
We really like the quality.
Yeah, it's very solidly made, definitely higher quality than the last camper we had, so that is really nice. The doors just feel solid and everything stays shut. Like in the last camper, we would have a drawer that would bounce open while we were driving. That never happens in this camper. Not to say that it couldn't, I suppose, but it never has.
So a lot of the RV manufacturers will use the same appliances, like the Dometic refrigerator or the microwave, those kind of things. And sometimes those can fail or give you trouble. Obviously in an RV, you're like an earthquake going down the road and there's so many things that could rattle or come loose, so you're always going to have some issues. But the problems that we've had have been very minor and nothing major. And I'll make another video of the issues that we've had over the last 5 years. Well, that covers all the features that we really love about our LTV. We'll have some upcoming videos on some problems that we've had over the last 5 years. They've been minor. And then also some options that we really like, things that we wish that we had, if we could do it over again.
Thanks for stopping by.